friends, it's Mandy, and it has been a very long time since I've updated. And it is the middle of October, and actually on Monday I will be exactly 19 months post-op. I had my surgery March 19th, 2008, and it's almost October 19th, 2009. Wait, yeah, that's right. So I wanted to get on here and kind of do a little bit of an update. And this is, I don't know for sure whether I'll put this online yet or not, but this is probably one of my most honest, challenging videos to make. And here's why. I want to talk about what has kind of happened with me and men and that sort of thing, really since Tommy and I broke up. And it's hard for me to talk about. You know, when I was heavy, I really didn't date. Surprise, surprise. And if I did go on a date, it was with a girlfriend's brother-in-law who did the pity date with the fat girl. At least that's how I saw it. And it very rarely went to a second date. And I could always write it off as, well, if he can't look past my weight, then screw him, his loss, I'm great, and eventually the right man will see past all this and will take me as I am. Well, you know, I dated before I dated Tommy. I had a couple relationships before him. One was a few weeks, just a quick little thing, and then the other relationship was about 3.5 months. And then, of course, I saw Tommy. We dated for probably 8 months, about 7 to 8 months. And after he left, about a month ago, I started doing online dating. And this is not a surprise to him. He knows, and if he's watching this video, maybe you don't want to watch it, I don't know. I went back to doing online dating through a free dating website. And I have been making really bad choices with this site. Now, I'm not sleeping around. I am not bringing people home. I'm not telling them where I live or hooking up or anything like that. It's none of that kind of behavior. Although I have known a post-op who did go through that as part of her journey or whatever. But what has been happening with me is this. I crave that feeling of that you get from a man, that you get from being with someone, of feeling pretty and wanted and needed and appreciated and desired. And so how that's manifested itself, I'm sorry, can you hear text coming in back there? How it is manifesting itself for me is that I have been dating a lot of men. And we're talking in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, with the last week excluded, because this week I have been conscious of my behavior. So for probably about 3 or 4 weeks, out of 7 days, I would go on a date, probably 5 of them, and very rarely was it more than 2 or 3 dates with a man. And like a lot of these guys, I didn't even kiss, or we didn't touch, or, you know, and it's not that. It's the feeling you get when you're just with someone and someone finds you exciting and interesting. And it's like when I was seeking emotional fulfillment with food, I, in this last month, have been doing that with men. And, you know, I never did that. You know, in high school and college, I never dated around. I never felt what that was like to be wanted or pursued or anything like that. And so I can't justify it to myself a little bit. Like, you never did it. Like, you're not married. You've made no promises to anyone. There's nothing wrong with this behavior. But at the same time, it is bad for me because I'm giving myself the message that I'm not good enough just being me, which I have been for 29 years. And why all of a sudden do I need to be around someone to make me feel complete and whole. And it's dangerous behavior when I'm seeing these men and we go out a couple times and then nothing else comes of it. There's no, new date. There's no anything beyond that. And before, I was fat. They didn't like me because I was fat. Their loss. Well, now, why didn't they like me? What am I lacking? And that's the message I give myself every time. Even though I am going out with 3 or 4 different men a week. Like, since I started on this Plenty of Fish, I've probably gone on dates with 15 to 20 men. Like, that's a lot of different people. And no wonder why none of them are interested in me, because I'm too busy worrying about, have I told them this story? Or did I wear this outfit when I met them the first time? Or what if he leans in to kiss me? I don't want him to kiss me. Or, and what is just, and I think this is common for post-ops. You read online about women and men, post-ops, becoming addicted to sex and gambling and alcohol and shopping, but you never really hear anybody online talking about it. Like, Mike kind of alluded to some shopping issues he was having, some impulsiveness with his finances, and I'm finding myself like having a similar cycle, but it's with men, and I don't want to be alone. And if I were here at home alone, I probably would be eating. Truth be told, I probably would. So that's all I've got to say about that. So now here's the thing. I have 3 or 4 different men who are now calling me and want to pursue something beyond a couple dates. And I don't know what I feel about it. I don't know if I'm emotionally detached. I don't really know who I like or if I like them, or it's just, it's so complex. Like a friend of mine at school asked me if this was just me working on getting beyond Tommy and I. And I've done that work. That's not what this is. This is a new thing having to do with my weight and my head issues, my fat issues. And I think that if I hadn't been seeing, these last 3 relationships I've had over the course of this last year, I'm 19 months post-op. The first 9 months, I didn't date anybody because I was in that honeymoon period where I was losing weight and I was working out and feeling good and life was great. And then I've been dating someone for the last year, so this is really the first opportunity this has had to come up, and I feel sad for myself. Like, when I step out of me and look in, I'm sad for that girl. I was always sad for those girls that were not happy alone and always had to have a boyfriend, and as a cross addiction or one of those sort of things. Like, I feel like somebody's buzzing me. I feel like I'm turning into that girl. It's probably one of the men I've been chatting with. Alright. I really would like input on it, and if you are a post-op, and I know that there are post-ops out there who are married or in relationships and probably feel the same thing, like wanting to explore their sexuality, and not so much sexuality, but explore, attractiveness to other men, and I don't know. Will I put this video up? Ugh. It's just such a hard topic. Like, I would really like some feedback, and I don't expect you to leave a comment down below, unless maybe you're a single girl like me and you don't mind everybody knowing your business, but I would just, maybe I'm looking for somebody to tell me that I'm okay, that this will pass like every other stage of this. I mean, I'm 19 months out. This is my life. This should be my life, and alright. I look forward to hearing from any of you who maybe have gone through the same thing or felt the same thing or whatever. All right.